Ngayon, magbabasa tayo ng My First Bible Stories. Ang uunahin natin ay The Creation Stories. Okay. In the beginning, before time began, there was nothing, nothing to see, nothing to hear, nothing to touch or smell. There was only silence. God moved alone through the inky darkness. Then God created the heavens and the earth was covered by water. Let there be light, God said. It was faint at first, a flicker in the darkness that grew and grew. It became a glowing ball that pushed the gloom aside. Soft and yellow, then red, pink, and dazzling gold. God delighted in its loveliness. The changing light seemed to have a life of its own, and God called it day. When the light faded into darkness, He named it night. It was the very first day of the world. On the second day, when the light came back, God made the sky. It was a soft, bright blue, and it hung over the earth like a canopy. On the third day of the world, God drew back the choppy waters so that solid ground appeared. The great pools of water, blue like the sky and shimmering in the lights, He named seas. He called the big muddy areas of ground land. The land was flat and bare, so God shaped it into mountains, plants, and deep valleys. Under His gliding hand, greenery covered the earth, grasses and plants of every size, shape, and color took root. Sweet, smelling flowers blossomed, sticky buds opened, and vines coiled upwards. Trees sprang from the ground, their branches reaching for the sky, growing tall and heavy with fruit. The earth had become lush and greenery, lush and green, and brimmed with plants life. On the fourth day, God said, "Let there be signs to mark the day and night." He made the fiery sun to show the day and the gentle moon to shine at night. During the day, the moon hid in the shadows. At night, the sun turned its golden face away, while the moon cast its silvery beams over the land. God also brightened the night sky with millions upon millions of tiny glittering stars. He felt pleased with the beautiful world he had created. God's new world was a peaceful land filled with flowers, trees, and rushing rivers, but there were no birds to in, in perch in the trees. There were no bees to buzz from flower to flower, nor fish to leap through the waves. The only sounds were the whisper of the wind among the leaves and the waves lapping the shores.
Okay.
On the fifth day, God filled the waters with living creatures. Suddenly, the sea teemed with fish that moved as one. He made whales that sank great plumes of spray high up into the sky, and dolphins that leaped playfully in and out of the waves.
Nice.
He made jellyfish that shimmered like moonlight, shellfish that sparkled like precious stones, and tiny crabs that waved their claws on the golden sands.
Ang nice ng creation ni God, no?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Okay. Then God said, "Let there be creatures of the air that will fill the sky with life." There began to great fluttering of feathers and flapping of wings, and a cloud of birds and insects of all shapes and sizes of wings. And sizes rose into the sky. I forgot.
Louder, please.
Okay. Sizes rose into the sky. Tiny chirping sparrows mingled with colorful parakeets and silent gliding hawks. The sky was alive with color and sound as the twittering birds found shelter among the trees and bushes, discovered fruit, and washed their feathers in the bright streams. Their happy songs filled God's ears, and He blessed them.
Nice. Can you imagine na ang ganda-ganda ng creation ni God?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, let's continue.
Okay. On the sixth day of the world, God said, "Now let there be creatures on the land," and the earth began to shake with the thunder of 1,000 feet. The world hummed with voices, large and small, jostling to be heard. Regal lions proud beside mighty elephants and rhinos. Monkeys swung through the trees, cackling to each other. and bears lumbered through the undergrowth. I mean, wait lang.
That was correct.
Oh, okay. Fierce animals paced side by side with the gentlest of God's creatures. Everyone, from the tiny shrews to the tall giraffes, was looking for a new home. Some liked the cool of the snowy mountains, and some preferred the heat of the the heat of the rainforest. Snakes slithered into the jungles. Crocodiles hid in rivers, and squirrels climbed tall trees. The world pulsed with life.
So many animals, right?
Yeah, God.
Which animal do you like now?
The the giraffes.
Okay.
It's my favorite giraffes. God looked around and was happy with what he saw, but something was missing.
Oh.
Who will care for all the animals? God asked himself. He took handfuls of earth and shaped two creatures who looked like him. He called them man and woman as God as God poured his breath into them. The man
Breath, I think.
breath, yeah, I think breath into them. The man and the woman began to move. They began to move. They opened their eyes and stared around them in wonder. Slowly, they stretched their arms and legs and rose to their feet. They stood in front of God, holding hands as beautiful and innocent as the new world. God blessed them and named the man Adam and the woman Eve. Your job is to look after the wonder I have created, he said. You will roll over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and every creature on the earth. You will have food to eat and water to drink. I want you to enjoy your life here.
So nice, right?
Yeah. God's work was done. The world was every bit as beautiful as he had imagined. It was the seventh day, and God
Rested, I think.
rested. Next, God made a beautiful garden for Adam and Eve and named it Eden. There were there were flowers and trees full of delicious fruit to eat and velvet soft grass to lie on. A sparkling stream gave Adam and Eve clean water to drink. There was a huge tree in the middle of the garden. Its branches reached into the sky like upstretched arms, and God named it the tree of knowledge.
Laki pala nun.
Yeah. You can pick fruit from any tree in the garden. Except the tree of knowledge. He told Adam and Eve, if you eat from that tree, you will die. Adam and Eve listened to everything God told them. They had all that they needed, and they were happy. They cared for they cared for the animals and the garden, just as God had told them.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. Oh no, there's a snake!
Where?
Here,
Can I
look!
see?
There's a snake!
Okay, come on, let's read.
Okay. One day, Eve was picking berries near the tree of knowledge when she heard rustling in the leaves of the tree. A snake was watching her. Its tongue flicking in and out. Smell the sweet fruit. Snake hissed. Try it. Taste it. No, Eve replied. God has told us we must not eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge, or we will die. The snake shook its head. It will make you wise as God, it said. Just one bite will make you a goddess. The snake's words made Eve long to try it. Slowly, she picked a rosy apple and drew it towards her. It smelled
Ano?
I
see?
think
Smiled?
I think this is smell.
Where? Oh, smelled.
Okay. Smelled sweet and delicious. Her heart thumped with fear and excitement.
Wait, what's that
Here?
again? Ah, tama.
Okay. Oh no!
Parang kinakabahan siya, ganun.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. Eve could not resist. She took a tiny bite of the apple. Adam saw her, and although he knew that it was wrong, he burned with curiosity. So Eve handed him the apple and he tried it, smiling. The snake slithered away. God knew at once what Adam and Eve had done. He was upset and angry. Oh no! You must leave Eden, he told them. From now on, the lives. What is this, Mommy? I forgot also.
You were correct.
Lives of humankind will be full of trouble and worry.
Remember the E sound and I sound, right?
Okay.
Short and long sound. Okay.
Oh, yeah, forgot. Now that you have eaten from the tree of knowledge, your bodies will eventually
Eventually.
die. It will eventually die.
Oh no.
Oh no. But I will find a way to save you.
Na.
Yeah.
So loving talaga si God.
Yes. Adam and Eve shivered as the gates of Eden
Clang.
clamped shut behind them.
Yung maingay na pagsara.
Okay. Adam and Eve I forgot. Behind them, I forgot. Greed had taken them from a place of gentle breezes to a cruel world where the wind bit and the rain soaked their bodies.
Soaked? I think
yeah.
I think it's soaked.
Oh yeah, soaked. I forgot.
Okay,
This is
okay.
A.
Okay.
Oh, bodies. But God, who loves His people, gave Adam and Eve something very special. He gave them hope. Perhaps one day, He told them, humankind might yet return to the beautiful Garden of Eden and to the love of God.
Mo?
It's done.
It's done na. O, iba na naman yun. Ipakita mo nga.
Here.
Oh, that will be the next one. That's
Yeah.
also a very nice story.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you like the story, Be?
Yes.
Why?
Because all about in these stories is so nice, and God's work was done, and God was, He loves
His people.
His people. So God give a chance to the people. Yeah, because it's just a mistake, right?
Yeah.
You made a mistake.
That's why you have to listen to your parents.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, because-
Always follow, obey your parents.
Yeah, because-
If you promise, you have to do it.
Yeah, you have to do it. Actually, it's so nice story, and I'm so excited for the next.
Okay.
Okay, bye bye, guys.
Say thank you.
Thank you. Please watch the full video on YouTube. Just type in Sharing is Caring MDT. More educational videos soon.